Alright guys, today we'll be continuing to play Final Fantasy VII. It's probably going to go pretty quickly. And we're going to get that dress for Cloud. It's got to be the silk dress. And when I meant the part where it doesn't matter which one you pick out of the pharmacy, you actually have to get the digestive. Just letting you know. So now we're in the part where we get the dresses. And we're basically trying to find the father that is basically plastered at the bar to actually make the dress for us. So we got to do that next. We got to go to the bar and find him. So yeah, this next part is basically finishing up the mini game in general. We also have to get a wig for Cloud in order to get this done properly. But that'll be right after we get the dress. We'll actually go and get the wig as well. And when you get the digestive, you got to go inside this bar. You got to talk to this lady who's in the bathroom, and you got to give her the digestive medication, which I'm about to do right now. And that should be the next part to this particular mini game. And she's gonna give us the sexy cologne that we need. Give her medicine, and there we go. And this is where we get the sexy cologne, and now we're good to go. And that's what we really need to actually get Cloud's cologne done properly. And now we're going to talk to the old man right here, her father, and we're just going to talk about clothing and whatnot. And we're going to make it something that shimmers and that is soft, I believe. Yeah, it has to be shimmers and that has to be soft. Because if not, you won't get the silk dress. And the silk dress is probably the best one you can get for this particular minigame. And they're just talking about making the dress itself because it is for a guy, so it's like a little bit new and exciting, I suppose, for poor Cloud. So we're gonna go with that feels soft, I believe. I'm just trying to make sure I get the right response here. Because it goes with clean and soft, but we're going to go with soft. And that shimmers. We're going to go with that answer right there. Yeah. I'm always very hesitant when it comes to these choices because they're very particular. And even the guidebook is very non-direct, so I got to be careful when I read this stuff because you only get like one shot at making the actual responses. So I just want to make sure I get them done the right way. As much as I can, you know. I mean, they're just decisions, but they do matter in the long run. So now we're going to be talking about getting the wig, but the wig you have to do squats for the beautiful bro. So we're probably going to go in do that next. I don't think it's activated yet. Yeah, I don't think it's activated yet. Let's just talk to everybody in here. Um, yeah, you got to do the squats perfectly as well. Otherwise, they won't give you the wig. It's kind of like like a very specific type of game, and you got to do it in the right amount of time. So I guess we haven't activated that yet. We have to go back to the clothing shop to talk to the old man again. That he'll have our dress. And we'll be ready to go. So, yeah, we talk to him. He gives us the silk dress. I almost thought I didn't get it done right, but I did. And yeah, this is basically cross-dressing Cloud. This is how the minigame rolls. There are a couple of other things going on in here that we need to take into consideration. I also have to buy some extra stuff, and of course they mentioned the wig that we're gonna get for sure after this next part. But I do need to get some strategies done for getting Tifa's metal knuckle out of the because she has boxing gloves, but it's like a metal knuckle. I have to get that from the shop here, and I have to get some Titan bangles before I leave. So we're probably going to be battling a little bit in order to get those done properly. That way we got the proper equipment to get out of here. So now we're going to do the squat battle for the wig. And we're going to talk to this character right here. You're the one who wants to be cute. Cute. So this is the next part. This is where we get the wig, and we're gonna do the squat battle. I'm gonna practice before I do anything because it is very particular. You gotta use the square, the X, and the circle key in order to get it done right, and you gotta put them in that order. Otherwise, it won't work. So now we're gonna do the squats. Otherwise, you get beaten out of the gym, which is pretty bad. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Okay, I'm prepared. Even though every time I get to this part, I'm always very hesitant and very reluctant because it is a very difficult challenge to do, the squat battle. But yeah, those are the instructions. Like I said, the square, the X, and the circle key, and we don't have it, or we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. And we got to do 30 seconds on this squat to get the wig. He's not going to lose, and I'm ready to go. I'm going to do some practice before I do anything, because I don't trust my own skills to do this. So we're just going to practice the little squats, like so, for 30 seconds. And you got to be careful because sometimes sometimes it does that. Like the character gets too tired of doing the squats, so you got to do them in a certain fashion. When you press the buttons, you don't want to press them too quickly. You want to press them at the right rate. And that's pretty much the squat battle. So now we're gonna do the real thing. Let's see what we can do here. I'm pressing the buttons and they're working out just fine. So far I haven't gotten my character tired, so we're working our way up. Otherwise that's what happens. It's just like the other character, he basically doesn't know what to do. But I'm just squatting my way up as quickly as possible. And I think we're doing our methods here perfectly. And yeah, there we go. 19 squats. We won. All right, so we got the wig. There we go. Receive Blom wig. And he's angry, and he's gonna get punched. And of course, we got the wig. So now we're moving on forward. I think this will be the end of the video because there are more things to do, especially with training purposes and whatnot. I'm gonna do that on the sidelines to make sure I can get the right objects with the right amount of gil, and that takes a while because you actually have to earn the gil from the neighboring enemies. And I'm just gonna fight the house for a couple of hours or maybe minutes to actually earn my money that I need to actually get what I need to get from the item shop here. And of course, we basically give inspiration to the old man because he really wasn't feeling too good, and we basically give them something new to work off of, which is good to go, you know. I mean, sometimes when you lose inspiration, you need an extra kick or something. So, yeah. Awesome. So, yeah, that's pretty much the mini game. To my knowledge, I don't know if we need anything else. We got the diamond tiara, we got the sexy cologne, we got the silk dress, and we got the blonde wig. That's all we need for this mini game to work, and that's all we need to get chosen. It, I'm hoping that it works out that way because I'm just working it out in terms of what we need to actually get to actually win the scenario. Even though it is kind of it is kind of interesting that I have to do all this for poor Cloud, but it is the game that it plays out in here. That this is the scenario that you have to play out. So the shop that I need to buy stuff from is this one right here. I gotta get I gotta get the metal knuckle, like I said, and the titan bangle for 280 gil, and the mithril armlet, which is very handy. I just don't want to miss it because it is handy to have this equipment, and it does boost Tifa's ability to actually fight in the game. So I'm definitely gonna do that next. But I'm gonna do it in the sidelines, and then I'll record the next video after the fact, after I get all this stuff purchased, because it just takes too long to do it all in one recording, you know? So we're just gonna save the game, and saving is what I would do best here. And we're gonna call it a day for today. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one.